comes out and I'm like, there's a rat in the kitchen.
Sean's working. Good, Sean.
The leaf blower has decided to turn on as soon as I was going to do this, so that's great news. Hello, welcome. Today I'm going to tell a story about a harrowing experience which has left me being a recluse in the past 48 hours and refusing to set foot outside of the house. And I'll just cut straight to the chase. That story is that for 2.5 non-consecutive hours, which I'll get to, Sean and I tried to chase a rat out of our house. Yeah, country living at its finest. And let me tell you, I've never seen a rat in person before. I'm from Alberta, which is a province in Canada that does not have rats. It's one of the only provinces, I think, in Canada that doesn't have rats. So how did I know it was a rat, you might ask? Because it looked like Ratatouille. And I've seen Ratatouille, and that movie is gross because I don't know why rats are cooking. Anyways, so I'm gonna walk you through the experience because as soon as the sun goes down, I just start having flashbacks, and it's not a good time. So, sitting over here on the couch, we just finished dinner. Pretty delicious. Can't remember what we had. Oh, it was the macaroni pie and some chicken. Loved it. So I'm sitting here like this on the couch. I've got my computer here. I'm typing away, and out of the corner of my eye, I see something move over there. And I was like, well, that was big. Like, that must be a big gecko or a big ass grasshopper. You know, they're always out and about in the house. And then I looked directly at it, and to my absolute horror, it was a rat. I instantly started freaking out. Sean was in the bathroom brushing his teeth, and I jump up on the couch like a maniac. For safety reasons, I stayed up here, and then I ended up climbing all the way up here, which now that I don't have adrenaline pumping through my veins, I'm not gonna do. Full panic, instant sweat, and I'm just completely grossed out. So I'm trying to keep my eye on it. Sean's like, what the hell's going on? He's trying to, put his floss down or whatever. Comes out and I'm like, there's a rat in the kitchen. Just, like, I don't even know how I formulated a sentence. Full panic. So Sean couldn't find the broom. We're panicking trying to find the broom. I'm literally just standing here because I refuse to move. The rat comes out of there and like scurries across the carpet under the couch. So I am absolutely horrified. At this point, that's when I'm standing up on this ledge. So Sean comes and rescues me. He fireman carries me over on top of the bed, where I then refuse to move for an extraordinary amount of time. He's trying to like push under the couch with the broom to try to get the rat out. Can't find the rat. It had initially hidden under my desk, which I haven't sat in since, but that basket used to be shoved right up in the corner. And it was like we'd gone through the house multiple times, and I was like, check behind that basket. I guarantee you it's in there. Sean like nudged the basket, and I have never moved so quickly. I just sprint over to this counter, get on all fours. I'm like up here, because there was no part of my body that was gonna be on the floor. Let me tell ya. And yeah, that's the thing too. During this first round of rat, I was absolutely useless. I refused to let my feet touch any part of the ground. And so Sean was like single-handedly trying to get this thing out with a broom. And finally, after, again, 45 minutes, I realized he can't do this on his own. And that is not because of any skill that he lacks. He grew up on a farm. He knows what he's doing. He's a hero. For me, I just realized I was going to have to contribute at least a little bit to help. And then it was a lot of like shoving things in spaces to try to see if the rat was there. And I'll tell you this, the first hour and a half, what we learned was you must keep your eye on the rat at all times, because we would lose track of it, and these things will hide anywhere. So its two favorite hiding spots ended up being under this thing, which as you can see has very small holes, but it would like get into the corners there, so we wouldn't even be able to flash a flashlight underneath to see the rat. We would have to like move all this crap off the top, and then Sean would have to lift it and then either like poke it with the broom to get it to move, or it would be spooked enough that it would end up running somewhere else, probably to its next favorite spot, which was this one. Sean's working good, Sean. So he would climb like behind the dresser and underneath the dresser. And again, we had to remove all the things from the top of the dresser and physically lift it up, because apparently once these things get caught in a corner, they don't move. So this honestly continued for, it was an hour and a half, must have been. At this time, because this is the thing too, the rat came in through that door is what I'm quite certain of. We usually have these doors open, And you can bet your ass that they haven't been opened since Tuesday night, except to like briefly go out and like take the garbage out or whatever. So both sets of doors were open. That was our other major error in the first hour and a half. We should have closed one set of doors, so one of us could have kept an eye on those set of doors, for example, to make sure that the rat had actually left. We didn't do that. And so then we scoured the entire place. And keep in mind, during this whole ordeal, the couches are just, they're spread all over the room. This thing was moved. There was just crap everywhere. Absolute destruction and anarchy had been happening. So like pillows are strewn about. My water bottle fell on the floor. I haven't even used that same lid since. I'm so grossed out. And we couldn't find this rat. So Sean was like, you know, I really think it probably ended up leaving out the door. And I was like, yeah, I mean, we've looked in every corner. Like, I don't know where else we could possibly look at this point. And we were both just drenched in sweat. Like, my heart rate, I checked my Fitbit app after, had gone up to 108. And just like for an idea, my resting heart rate is around 60 beats per minute. And when I'm working out, it's like 132 beats per minute. Like at a kind of average. That's definitely not my peak heart rate. We agreed to just reassemble the house, and we're like, you know what? During this reassembly process, we didn't see this rat again. It surely has gone outside. So I'm still freaked out, and I decided to go sit up there. Also, unofficial house tour while I'm telling you this horrifying story. We'd showered, we'd put the place back together. Sean was at his desk, and I was sitting up there. And we heard like this squeaking outside. And so we were like, okay, yeah, that for sure has to be the rat. Like, we're good. So hockey game starts, we're watching the game. We're both sitting here again on this damn couch. I can't even believe I'm sitting here, honestly, because I'm like instantly, ew, I can see it out of the corner of my eye, just in my mind's eye. So we're both on this couch. Sean's here, right next to me. I need to clean this screen. And the damn rat just casually strolls. I think that's what bugs me about the whole thing too, is like the way they walk. Like when they're not sprinting, which they do, they're just like casually limping along. Like they are absolutely repulsive creatures. They look gross. They're full of diseases. And it was massive, probably the size of this thing, honestly, its body. And then of course it's got like a long tail. Instantly, heart rate just skyrockets. Again, I'm up on the couch. I'm absolutely hysterical. Go grab the brooms, which we had kept out because we knew I think we knew deep down this wasn't over. This ordeal had only just begun. Because again, for another hour and a half, we did this shit. And both of us were just irate at this point. Like, just get out of our house. At one point, I tried to sweep it out the door, and like this thing was heavy. It was like a brick. So another hour and a half of this crap ensues. We cannot find it anywhere. We are both about to lose our absolute minds. We finally ended up back in that corner over there with that dresser. Again, everything's strewn about. We had a bunch of boxes from Cost You Less shopping that we'd done. We set up a bunch of like little barriers around that corner, essentially, so in hopes that like the rat would enter one of the boxes, we could tip it over and have it caught underneath the box. Additionally, we took our garbage can, which is outside and it hasn't been back in since, which I'll get to. It's very tall. It's like 3 feet tall, maybe more than that, probably. It's like to my waist. So we put that on its side as well. So in hopes that like once the rat sprinted out, it would run in. What's up, y'all? Okay, so my GoPro lost the footage again. Not sure what the deal is with that. So I'm gonna quickly just finish this off and try to keep this. Sean's on a work call, so it's just, there's a lot of talking going on. I can barely even focus while I'm saying this. Anyways, so we had all this shit put on its side, cornering the rat in hopes that once it ran out from the corner, it would run into one of the boxes or the garbage can, which was on its side. And eventually that is exactly what happened. So basically it ran out. Again, I tried to sweep it with the broom because it didn't look like it was going to go into any of the boxes. I was trying to sweep it out the door. It actually ended up running into the garbage can, and I took the broom and tilted the garbage can upright with the rat inside of it, using the broom as an extension of my arm because I refused to get close to that thing. And that is how we captured the rat. And then Sean took it outside, dealt with it from there, and we were gold. It was an ordeal. It was nuts. Let me tell you, they should include this in like premarital counseling or marriage boot camps because nothing will bring you together like trying to get a rat out of your damn house. Anyways, I'm going to leave it there. Hope you can hear this okay. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, make sure you click the like button and be sure to subscribe to my channel if you are interested in travel, ramblings, or cooking. See you next time. Have a great day. Bye.